It's incredible. It's so much better. Trust me, they'll remember it for the rest of their life. Best memories and the best of yourself. If she has a help, she's not good enough mom. Oh yes, but my mom back in the day, she told me a great thing. Checking my phone, checking the nest. Is she okay? Is she not okay? Yeah, girl, I experienced that too. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another chit chat video with me. I am so happy to welcome you again to this section of my channel where we can discuss anything that comes up to our minds, and a lot of inspiration I take from your requests, your comments. So thank you so much for always being so engaging. Always, whenever I film something, especially if it's something with a deeper meaning, and some videos where I really express my thoughts, which is obviously it's very hard online because it's not a real person. You always makes me feel like there is you guys. I always feel your presence. When I film this video and I post those videos, I really feel a deep connection with you. I get to know you more too. So thank you so much. Anyway, guys, so today the topic of the video will be inspired by one of my, actually few of my followers. Guys, before we actually start the video, and I'm gonna announce the topic of this video, I have to close this door. It doesn't feel fully closing, but whatever. So anyway, guys, so the topic of this video have been inspired by some of the comments of the moms that I have here or on Instagram, and I often hear a question like, I always feel like a bad mom, I feel like I'm not doing enough, I always feel guilty to spend time away from my child, and that triggers a bad feelings in me, and I feel like a bad mom. So I wanted to specifically discuss this topic of when you're leaving a baby alone and you feel like a bad mom, and kind of like all these feelings that comes up. It was sounded so familiar to me, and I was like, oh yeah, girl, I experienced that too. And I really wanted to share some tips and things that help me to feel better and help me to kind of overcome these horrible feelings that just basically eats your life if you don't work on it. So just to analyze this feeling of like why these things arise in us as a moms, why we feel this way, I think part of it is the fact that obviously the baby is born so fragile, so little, and I think part of it is an instinct for sure, because it's very natural that a mother wants to be there next to her child. But also I think part of it is the society opinion. People are always there to judge, and I think as the moms we always feel so bad to be judged and to be perceived as a bad moms, as not enough, right? And obviously we are magnifying the problem by 100, that's for sure. And society has this misconception of like, oh, if she has a help, she's not good enough mom. Things like this. Or like, you know, like if you have a nanny, you're not a good enough mom, you're not hands-on mom. And that's total bullshit, because back in the days, let's say like, oh, they say, oh yes, but my mom back in the day, she didn't have a nanny. Yes, for example, my mom never had a nanny. But first, when I was a little, she had my grandmother helping her non-stop. It was her actual grandmother, my grandmother, that she trusted 100%. It was her grandmother. She knew exactly the style of parenting. So obviously she felt comfortable with her to trust me, and every day she would come and help. And very often back in the days in the families, that was very common. Or let's say the husband was, involved also very much and would help her. Things like this. So, I mean, that's why they say it takes a village to raise a child, and I really do believe it takes a village. For example, in a situation like mine, like let's say in America, nannies are very common because it's a country of immigrants, so very often people don't have their family members here, someone to trust to, and they have to work, they have to do their things, and very often they hire nannies here, or they take their kids to daycare very early, and all of it is just that we feel this way because build up of a negative approach to this topic of a mom taking her time for herself. It's, so coming back to our topic, what I was trying to tell, because I was a little bit going off the direction. That's why I brought it down, so I can keep myself in the right direction. What I want to say to moms, like taking time for yourself and having help, it doesn't make you a bad mom, okay? It makes you a good mom because you want to take care of yourself so you can be present with your child, you can be a patient mom, you can be there for them to give them the best memories and the best of yourself, okay? And that's what, my therapist on my early stages when I went, and she told me, I told her, listen, I really have an anxiety. I always feel like even if I want to do something and let's say I will go with a girlfriend for lunch, for example, and I would just not be there with my head. Like I told her, I wouldn't listen to even what she says, my girlfriend. Like I would always be like checking my phone, checking the nest, how is my baby's doing, is she okay, is she not okay? That was just such an unsettling feeling. And she told me a great thing. She said, listen, it's not about quantity of time, it's about the quality. And she's absolutely right. Like the baby in the future will remember the emotions, will remember the good feelings that you were giving them, not the amount of time. They won't remember how many hours you spend with them, right? So even if you're like a working mom that has to go back to work and doesn't have a luxury of spending a lot of time with a child, and probably you're very kind of affected by it, you come back from work and you have this 3 hours with your child, you can make the best out of it. And trust me, they'll remember it for the rest of their life, and they will appreciate it, and they will not perceive it the same way as you perceive it. Like the kids don't see these things. This is what I'm trying to say. And you know, I think it's better to be a happy, fulfilled mom. And I always say, like, when you become a mom, it's a self-discovery. And I didn't know which kind of mom I'm gonna be, which direction I'm gonna take. I'm obviously like kind of finished the modeling and I didn't have much things going on. And I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I will be at home stay mom. Maybe I'll feel happy like this. But for me, I did not feel happy. I did not feel fulfilled. I just felt empty, you know, in a way. Even so, I obviously love to be a mom, and it's a great experience and it's a great blessing. And I'm so thankful that I'm a mom. But I felt like it's not enough for me. You know what I mean? So going and perceiving the career or interest that will make you a better person, it's only gonna do good. And you're gonna give your child an example of a mom that is hardworking or driven with things or have an interest, that have friends. And I do believe that's how you set an example for your kids. Like if you're a fulfilled mom that has a lot of friends that have an interest, that are so well-rounded, it's incredible. It's so much better. It's so much better than a mom that is unhappy, sits with you at home 24/7. And plus, you give opportunity to your child, get to know other people. Like either it's your mom or a grandmother that stays with your kid, like they get to know another person, or maybe it's a nanny that also a great person. Like let's say, I don't know, here a lot of nannies speak Spanish. They are, you know, the kids are exposed to other culture as well, and they start speaking Spanish. Like you can see so many advantages in this too, and that's what I'm trying to kind of direct you into. There is a way of approaching it and not to feel bad about yourself. And as I said, taking time for yourself, prioritizing your well-being is being a good mom, is being thoughtful about your energy. Because I do feel like when I feel at my best, everyone feel good in my house. When I feel at my worst, everyone's mood is affected too, trust me. So guys, that's kind of it. That's kind of what I wanted to message you and what I wanted to kind of channel you. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope if you have any questions, you will be brave enough to ask them down below in the comments. Love, keep it going. Love our chit chat videos. Please give me some ideas if you want to discuss something else. Very highly appreciated. Thank you guys. See you next video. Bye.